All right, what is up, guys? So this is a different setting. We're actually in Helen, Georgia, covering Helen Import Days. In this week's video, last week's video, we tried to fix the Miata, the amount that we had in it. Wish we could have brought it with us, but unfortunately it's broken in the driveway. But we're gonna cover some sweet cars today. I'll put up some clips and videos. All right, we are in the show. And there are a lot of sick cars here. I hope the music's not too loud. But I did get clips of some of the other cars that are here. Cars. Civic. Really clean with the golf wrap. Powder coated wheels. Lots of super crazy builds out here. Like stuff you never see. The Honda Fit, lowered. There's a Hyundai Kona over here. It's another thing that you don't see. Super clean 240 right here. The diamond stitch seats. Have an old Corolla here. Turbo rotary. Giant turbo. All right, I hate to get off track, but I went through as I was editing this, and the sound quality wasn't very good. So you're gonna hear a first time ever Down South Media voiceover of all the cars that we were looking at the show. All right, to start off this voiceover, we got a super clean Honda S2000 with the carbon fiber hood, the BBS rims. It's also got a super sweet hardtop, super clean interior. Absolutely love these cars. Beautiful rims. Next, we have what you think would be a Miata, but it's actually a wide body Unos Roadster. The beautiful bronze on chrome rims. Absolutely love these cars. With the hardtop, imported, so it's right hand drive. Super big ducktail wing on there, the nice Roadster badge. Then next to it, Celica GT4. Crazy, this car is also imported. Beautiful interior. Right-hand drive. These cars are super rare. You don't see them anymore. Beautiful shot here. Right next to each other. Nice yellow headlights. Super clean Nissan pickup. It was on bags. Nice little MG here. These things are very similar to Miatas. Super cool cars. Wire wheels. NA Miata. Super clean stock car. The interior was spotless. The body is spotless, not a single piece of rust on this thing. This is what I'd like to have my car looking like eventually. Super clean. This is also a super crazy build. It is a Honda Prelude, and then another half of a Honda Prelude into a trailer. Super clean. Trunk in this thing, insane. Super clean build. You got the strut braces in there with the subwoofer. Nice funny Pikachu in there. Super crazy and clean. Wheels, the fitment, everything is perfect on this car. You gotta love old Hondas. They don't make them like they used to. Another clean NA Miata. Nice fancy LEDs, the upgraded radiator, painted valve cover, the tan interior, super crazy tint. The color on this roll bar is crazy as well. Nice neochrome steering wheel. Sitting on the bronze rims. Alrighty, we are back from Georgia. I just did the voiceover for you guys. We are back at the Miata. Feels good to be back. Oh, I actually did. I replaced the ignition control module, and the car fired right up. Well, the battery light was still on, so I let the car run for a little bit, and then I turned the car off, and I went to start it again, and it would not start. It wouldn't even crank. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I might as well try and start it right now. See if, my idea is wrong or right. So, let's do that real quick. Alrighty, so it actually fired up. I highly doubt that it's gonna start again. I was wrong again, but I think the alternator is weak, and plug that back in before I forget. But I am going to be taking the alternator off this thing, and that's going to be something we're going to switch. So I'm going to get it turned off here, and we'll start getting that tore apart. Alright, so the first step to removing the alternator from this car is getting all the wires out of the way and removing the intake. Because we have to get down to all the pulleys and belts. So I'm going to start getting this intake off here. I'm going to put the mic somewhere so you guys can still hear me. I'm going to put it right there. But this is a very simple task, partially. I'm not going to say it's extremely simple because there's still some difficult parts, but it's not a very grueling task. Use my Milwaukee set. But power tools make this a whole lot easier, so if you have them, use them. But I am also going to be stripping the bolts off on the water pump pulley because one of the water pump bolts is snapped off. And I have brand new ARP ones to go back into it. I'm going to get this vent hose off. See if I can do this without removing the coolant hose. I do recommend pliers, but we'll see if I can. Let me grab my screwdriver. I also have a new ignition switch coming for this car as well. First one that I ordered got lost in shipping, but I did email the company and I got another one on the way. So I also got to put a new one of those in. The alternator off the rest of the way, so I should have it right here in my, and just like that the alternator is off, and this one I believe has seen its fair share of miles, so let's get this switched out with a new one.
Zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
I am back, day 2. We got the new alternator here. And we're going to get this put on. I'm going to grab the rest of my parts and we are going to start putting this back together. These bolts down here, there is one bolt that goes through the block, then there's one that goes through the direct side of the block and tightens this. Then it's all on that bottom pivot bolt, which we also have to tighten up. But we also have to connect the wires right here, connect the ground wire. Other than that, it's pretty well installed, so I will be back once I get all the belts on and stuff. We're also going to put thread locker on the water pump pulley bolts. I'm just going to time lapse the rest of this and I will be back whenever it's done. Alright, and just like that, we got the alternator put in. It was tricky. It's definitely a task, but now it's time to see if it'll fire up and it'll stay running. Battery is all charged, fingers crossed. It'll fire right up, it'll stay running, and we can take it on a test drive. Is it neutral? The idle's a little bit low, so I'm gonna grab my screwdriver and adjust that really quick. It is running. The battery light on the dash went away. Don't need that anymore. Let's let her warm up and take her on a test drive. You guys seeing this? After 2 long troubleshooting weeks of trying to get this car to start and move under its own power, it is finally done. Oh. After changing multiple parts, the cam sensor, the ignition coils, the ignition control module. After finally changing all of those pieces, we finally have the Miata up and running again. Now I can get back to fixing the suspension, getting tires for the wheels. I now have to put the entire car back together. That alternator has made this car run so much better. Before, the car would just want to die at idle. Now this car has never run this good. That probably should have been a part that I changed a while back, but I wasn't expecting it to go out so abruptly. But it is running so good right now. The exhaust sounds good. Transmission feels great. It just feels so nice to be back in this car again. I'm glad you guys were here to document it with me. One of the turn signals that go out, I can hear it. My right turn signal. It's popping like crazy. I don't know if it's out of time still, just by a little bit. Woo, she's bouncy. I don't know if you guys can hear the pops and the bangs, but boy, does it sound good. My hair's in my face. I'm just gonna go for a nice little spin here. And then whenever we get back to the house, I think that's where we'll end this video off. All right, I'll catch you guys back at the house. Alrighty, and just like that, that is going to conclude another Down South Media video. So happy to finally have this car fixed up and running again. Now I can finally get to the more fun mod. You can have fun with a daily and a weekend car. But in next week's video, we are going to work on the suspension. Hopefully find a set of tires for the Rona rims. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Check out my other social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Down South Media LLC. Get yourself some merch. Shirts are still available. They are going fast. Just like that, I will see you guys next week. Who, me? Oh, this shirt? This shirt that I'm wearing? This shirt that I got from downsouthmediallc.com, where they also have another design. Yeah, that's right. downsouthmediallc.com. In all my bios and all my socials, you can now get my new t-shirt, 2 different designs, built with passion and a little rage. Or we have the Born to Die, Built to Drift, skeleton design in the Miata. Sweet clothing just for you. Check them out.